What is going on, Brooklyn Nets fans? Hello, everyone, and welcome back into another edition of the Brooklyn Boys Show. Before tonight's game between the Nets and the Boston Celtics, I wanted to hop in here and talk about a little bit of breaking news, and that is that Grant Nelson has re signed with Brooklyn. He is coming back to play at the NBA level on a 10-day contract, so we'll dive into all that and so much more right here on the channel. Make sure you smash that like button and hit subscribe. Best way to support what we do right here on the show. Quick show because tip off is in less than 10 minutes at the time of recording this. But Grant Nelson, welcome back to Brooklyn on a 10-day deal, excuse me. The Nets add a 7-footer with versatility, and overall, just my raw reactions right off the bat. This is a no risk and pretty low reward situation, but my thought process is why not for Sean Marks in this front office? The best case scenario, you get a guy to round out the end of this roster that really has not had any depth all season when it comes to the back end of the Brooklyn Nets roster. No reliable depth back there. Maybe a guy you can look into this summer is about to turn 24 years old in less than a month. So is on the older side, is not a rookie coming into this league, but at the same time, maybe a little bit of veteran experience on the back end of this bench could be helpful as well. So there's absolutely no reward, no risk rather, in dishing out this contract for the front office. And again, you add another 7-foot body. What is the shame in that? In Long Island this season, he's played about 21 minutes a game, 12.8 points and 6.6 rebounds on 57% shooting from the field and 84% from the free throw line. I have no problem adding a guy like that into the lineup. And he's played with Brooklyn in Summer League, so he's got chemistry with a couple of guys he'll be sharing the court with. And I think this is just an opportunity for him to show what he has, and a good one at that, because I think the Nets did this pretty strategically about when they decided to ink this 10-day contract, because it really does fit the schedule now. I'm sure he will not be active yet come tip off in Boston, as this move was only announced a couple of hours ago. But over the next 10 days, the Nets play, he'll have a chance to play in as many as 6 games. So the Nets really nestled him in to a very game heavy a portion of the schedule for a 10-day contract to fit into. And I think that was intentional to try and get him as much in-game action as he can before that contract expires. So they have multiple back-to-backs coming up, which is a great opportunity to go to your bench and try and get some depth out of the guys on the back end. And just a really compact schedule over the next week and a half. So a great opportunity for Grant Nelson to certainly get some playing time coming off of this contract in Brooklyn. And for the front office, no problem adding a guy that you have already seen. You already know what he's about when you saw him in summer. So I'm sure this front office, look, a guy that I was lobbying with a case to make the roster, certainly maybe even a two-way spot over a guy like Chaney Johnson, over a guy like EJ Liddell. At the end of the day, maybe he does sneak his way into a standard contract, a two-way contract at some point in the future coming up. So a big opportunity for Grant Nelson to try and regain his footing in Brooklyn, or maybe he takes this opportunity, plays well, and turns it into a contract elsewhere in the NBA. Who knows? But for now, the breaking news is Grant Nelson back to Brooklyn on a 10-day contract. If you like this content and you like keeping up with the Nets, make sure you subscribe to the channel for daily Brooklyn Nets content. Hit the like button and share with all your fellow Nets fans. That is the best way to grow the community. Have a great time watching the game. Nets Celtics tips off in just a couple of minutes. I'm Josh Wooliver for the best bro in the world, saying have a great night, folks. Let's go Nets as always, and stay safe. Grant Nelson, back to the Nets. Peace out, folks.